You're in a dimly lit studio in Seattle. Schell, the game design maestro, leans back and tosses a handful of colored lenses on the table. Each lens is a way of looking at games, through psychology, architecture, music, even theme parks. But here's the kicker. Seeing your game through dozens of angles isn't optional, it's the secret sauce to crafting something unforgettable. How exactly do these lenses shape the magic? Let's find out. Imagine you're designing a new board game. You think it's just about rules and fun, but Schell says, no, it's about perspectives. Let's dive into why these lenses matter. Schell's famous story begins with a card game called Pirates. On the surface, it looked simple, but he used the essential experience lens, asking, what feeling does this create? Players didn't just want to win, they wanted the thrill of outwitting friends. That focus shifted the entire design from mechanics to emotional impact. Think of psychology as the invisible strings pulling your player's mind. Schell compares it to being a puppeteer who knows exactly when to tug. A player's curiosity, desire for mastery, and social needs all fuel engagement. Games aren't puzzles, they're crafted motivation machines. Iteration is like sculpting with clay. The first draft is rough, the 100th polished. Schell insists that every gameplay test is a conversation. What's working, what's maddening, and what surprises players. That grind turns an okay game into a masterpiece of balance and flow. Schell claims game mechanics are the cogs inside the experience, but cogs that grind aren't fun. Here is how he advises you find the sweet spot. In one example, Schell talks about flow, the balance in Tetris where pieces fall just fast enough to challenge but never frustrate. Mechanics weren't random rules, they echoed the game's theme of tension and release. When mechanics and theme clash, the player feels it immediately. Imagine mechanics as the gears inside a clock. Every gear must turn smoothly and fit perfectly. Schell explains that unbalanced mechanics cause frustration or boredom. Just like in clockwork, perfect balance maintains the tempo, making the player feel in control and eager to keep going. Schell's puzzle lens demands your mechanics create challenges with clear rules but surprising solutions. A good puzzle teases the player's brain, forcing them to think creatively but never leaving them stranded. It's like a dance, complex but graceful, making victory feel earned and sweet. Your game lives not on paper or screen, but inside the player's head. Schell pulls back the curtain on what happens inside that mysterious space. Schell recalls a player named Maria who transformed a seemingly dull game by attaching her personal narrative, the last survivor on the battlefield. That mental overlay made the experience vivid and personal, raising the stakes far beyond the rules. A game isn't about challenging a generic player. It's about engaging specific motivations, achievement, social connection, or exploration. Schell compares this to tuning a radio. You need to find the exact frequency to hit their sweet spot or risk static and dropouts. An interface is like a window into another world. Schell emphasizes that good interfaces don't just display information, they invite exploration and discovery. When players manipulate a world through a clean, intuitive interface, they forget reality and dive deep into your creation. Remember Schell's scattered lenses tossed on the table in that Seattle studio? Each represents a way to zoom in on your game's soul and surface. When you stop thinking about rules as isolated and start seeing your game as an experience shaped from psychology to aesthetics, magic happens. So here's your move. Choose one lens today, maybe psychology or iteration, and look at your game through it. The insights will surprise you. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.